Hi there, welcome back to the Richmond Nest Show. I'm Shannon Harton, Associate Broker with the Harton team at Nest Realty here in Richmond, Virginia. Today I thought we'd talk about something that came up just today with some sellers of ours. Something involving a first right. Now, what is a first right in real estate? First right offer or first right contract is a interesting strategy that buyers can sometimes use to get a house under contract when they're not quite ready to fully commit. Now, sometimes that means they haven't got their house on the market yet, or they've got it on the market, but they don't have it under contract, so they can't make a non-contingent offer. And these days it's been hard to get sellers to take contingent offers. So kind of a half contingency, you might call it, is a first right offer. That's where a buyer says, look, love your house, let's agree on these terms, but I want to leave myself an out from the contract because if I can't get sold, I can't buy your house. So in exchange, Mr. Seller, Mrs. Seller, I'll let you continue to market your home looking for another buyer. If that buyer B comes along, you've got to give me notice, give me 24 or 48 hours notice during which I can really scramble, see if I can release that contingency even though I haven't sold. That might mean looking for some backup financing maybe. But in most cases, if buyer B comes along before I have got my house under contract, then I just have to let the house go. A kick out clause, sometimes it's called, because you can get kicked out of place by buyer B. Now, in this case, we were representing the seller. So I've been on the market for all of a week and a half when a buyer comes along with a first right offer. It's a pretty good offer. It's the price we're looking for. It's a decent closing date, about 45 days out, but they've attached a first right addendum that says, hey, we just put our house on the market. We don't know how long it's going to take to sell, but we'd like you to accept our terms even while you continue to market the house. Now, we're getting a lot of activity on this particular listing, and our advice to our seller was we better not take that first right offer because we have to disclose in the MLS that we've got this first right contingency. We continue to show it, but in our experience, that can really cut down on the number of showings we get. A lot of buyers just won't look at a house with a first right because, well, either they figure they can't get it because if they, as soon as they make an offer, then buyer A is just going to step up and lock it in, or they actually feel guilty about kicking somebody out of the way. It's kind of a strange phenomenon there. And it may only cut down on traffic by 10%, but in our experience, it's not always worth the risk, especially early in the marketing period. Now, that may not be true after 3 or 4 months on the market, and showings have really slowed down. Somebody comes up and says, I love your house, I love your terms, I'd like you to put it on a first right contract with us. Now, that might not be as scary. That might be the best you're going to do anytime soon. So we might, in that case, counsel you to go ahead and accept that. Continue marketing, trying to find a buyer who is ready and willing without a contingency. But it just depends on the circumstance. So that's first right. We never scare our buyers away from making first right offers, by the way. So if you're a buyer and you're not quite ready to commit to a contract, purchase contract because you haven't got your place on the market or you haven't got your place under contract yet, but you love this house that you just saw, it might be a good strategy to put together a strong offer and attach a first right addendum so that you can at least get your name first in line. We'll tell you, don't fall in love with the place just yet because buyer B may come along right behind us and kick us out of the way. But at least you got your name on it. You can kind of make your plans on that, and then we work really hard, double down to get your house under contract so you can waive that first right, lock in the contract. That's the way a first right works. Depending on if you're on the buyer or the seller side, we'd love to talk to you more about it, so call us anytime, 804-372-SOLD, or check us out online at thehartonteam.com. Thanks again for tuning in to the Richmond Nest Show. See you next time.